If you are looking to purchase a vacation property that you also wish to use as a short term rental when you are not going to be using it, the rules are a little different than, or the rules of purchasing it is a little different than if you are just buying a vacation home to live in or to use periodically, or if you were to be buying just a short term rental property that you wish to rent out full time. And so the rules are a little different. There are some items that you really need to take into consideration as you are looking to make this purchase because you have to follow certain guidelines. There are certain things that pertain to it that you should definitely be aware of. So my name is Keisha. I am a real estate CPA. My goal is to educate you on tax strategies and tax planning so you can keep more of the money you make and increase wealth through your business and your investments. So, as we speak about short term rentals and vacation properties, many times when people are looking to just purchase a vacation rental, when they're not using it, they find it to their advantage to use it as a short term rental and rent out to others, which is actually a really good idea because then you get to generate some income back when you are not using it. So, here are some things that you should consider if this is something that you are looking to jump into. Well, one of the first things is set a budget. You want to determine how much you want to initially spend on the property. Think about where you want it to be. Do you want more of a water location, a beach location? You want to be close to sand? You want it to be more sunny? If you want it to be more cold or where there's snow, determine what your budget is going to be based on what you want within that vacation rental. You want to consider all costs associated with it, including the purchase, the different upkeep of it, if there are any type of maintenance that may come in the future. Include all of that in your budget because that's going to help making your purchase very stress free. So another thing to consider is that when you choose the location that you want to be in, know that location and know the area. So understand if it is close to locals, if it's close to the nightlife, if it's close to other resorts, if it is tourist friendly, or if it's more residential where everyone in the area are more residents, a long-term residents of that location. You want to make sure that where you purchase at is going to be crime free. You want it to be safe for anyone that may potentially come and rent out your rental. Now, what you may be looking for as in a short-term rental may be different because it's something that you're going to own. But if you do plan on renting it out and you want that side of the rental, that business side to be profitable, you do want to take those things in consideration as well too, because at that point it is not just you that is utilizing the property, it is also those that will be renting from you on a short-term basis. The third thing is learn and research rental requirements in that area. So understand whether you're going to need certain permits in order for you to have mixed usage of that property. So a permit, perhaps like you may own it for personal use, but because you're going to be renting it, you may need special permits for that. You may have to file certain paperwork with the local and city authorities saying that, hey, yes, I do own this personally, but I do wish to rent it out when I'm not utilizing it. You may need to disclose to them what your intent is when you purchase it, what you're going to be using it for. So take that into consideration. Understand all of those rules and regulations before you purchase, because the worst thing you want is to make that purchase and then you're not able to rent it out and get some of that rental income that you were expecting before you actually purchased it. Also, know or plan out what income you can expect to receive from the short-term rental portion. So research what other short-term rentals are charging and making that are in the same area that you are in. Look at what they're offering. look at the size of that property, the type of property it is, and take a look at what you're thinking about purchase and determine what you can get for your property. Now you have to be realistic and logical on what you expect to receive. Just because you do a ton of updates to it and you may be including things that may be important to you, if it's not necessarily a demand of what's in the area, or you may not be able to charge what you are expecting to charge. So understand and just research what your potential income may be, what you can charge to have people rent from you. Take into account your maintenance, the upkeep, so you can determine what your possible profit may be overall from running the short-term rental portion of having your vacation property. You also want to protect your investments. Now, when we say protect your investment, it means determining whether you're going to purchase the property in your personal name, if you're going to purchase it in a business name, if you're already an investor. Understand the type of insurance that you're going to have if it is going to be of mixed use, meaning personal use and rental property use as well too. Understand the different policies for that the real estate that you are purchasing. So outside of understanding what the city and the local authorities may require of you, understand what that particular real estate wants from you as well too. So if you happen to get a condo, understand what the rules are with that association, with you using it part-time and then renting it out to strangers at other times as well too. Understand what that looks like so you don't purchase and not have any idea of what the potential outcome of regulations may be. Next, be prepared for taxes. we always talk about taxes, and you know that's my thing. I love taxes. I love educating everyone on taxes. So this is a really big one for me. So understand what your federal tax requirement is going to be as far as reporting. So depending on where your short-term rental is located at, that vacation home is located at, and how you have it structured is going to determine how it is going to be reported to the IRS. Also know the local tax requirements, because many times when you are operating a vacation home as well as a short-term rental, there are local tax requirements. There's also city tax requirements. There may be other additional taxes associated with operating it as a short-term rental on the city level, because you're generating income from that. They may look at it as if you are operating a business. So, of course, when you're operating and you're making money from something and you are putting money in your pocket, usually the city, the local authorities want some part of that. So understand what your tax requirements are going to be before you purchase that vacation property. Next, many people don't think about this, but plan ahead. Once you get your property, plan out when you're going to use it, because the whole purpose of you purchasing it is because you wanted a vacation property that you can go and enjoy yourself. So plan ahead of time when you and your family plan to use it. And even before you start to rent it out to anyone else, you can do, let's say, a mock trip where you and your family go and you experience the short-term rental portion of it, and you can see where there may be some room for improvement, maybe some items that you're not currently offering to your guests. You may, if you're staying there as a guest, think about, hey, we can do this better. These are things that I can implement as far as when you have check-in, utilizing the people that are going to be operating your daily check-in, your daily upkeep when you're not there. Because if your vacation property is going to be located in a location where you are not located, then you are going to have someone to manage it for you. So you go there and experience the entire atmosphere of it before you actually advertise and have people come and stay there. It will certainly help you determine if any changes need to be made, what you're doing right, and also what you may need for improvement. And then once you have that out the way, on a yearly basis or periodically plan out when you and your family are going to use it. You know, you may list it on Airbnb or VRBO and all of these websites where someone can book. Well, plan out ahead of time when you want to use it, block those dates off so you can always have time to enjoy your vacation property. And the very last thing is that make all of this a reality. We talk about vacation homes, we talk about short-term rentals. You know, a lot of times, hey, if we get a vacation home, we don't know how we're going to completely finance it and how we're going to keep it up and how we're going to pay for it. Well, utilizing it as a short-term rental as well definitely helps out financially with a lot of those expenses, but have a plan in place. Think about where you want to be, what you want to be doing, how you're going to get those that are located in that location to help manage it. Once you have your plan into place, make it a reality. Continue to work on it. Continue to create the vision for it because there is a lot of success in having your own vacation property as well as running it as a short-term rental. So hope this has been helpful for you. If you like these videos, make sure that you hit the subscribe button below and definitely like this one and share it with others. If you think others may benefit from it, definitely share it. I'll see you in the next video.